It was a stormy night in the bustling city of Davenbrook. The sound of raindrops pelting against windows mingled with the distant wail of sirens. Detective Eleanor Marlowe, a woman known for her razor-sharp instincts and unrelenting determination, sat in her dimly lit office. The faint scent of old books and coffee lingered in the air as she scanned a file labeled Catherine Harwick Missing. Catherine Harwick, the only child of billionaire industrialist Victor Harwick, had vanished without a trace 3 days prior. The Harwick family, desperate for answers, had hired Eleanor to crack the case. The police were baffled, no ransom note had appeared, and Catherine's pristine life, a life filled with charity events, private clubs, and luxury vacations, offered no obvious leads. As Eleanor studied the details, her phone buzzed. It was Victor Harwick himself. His deep, gravelly voice betrayed his worry. "Detective Marlowe, any progress?" "Mr. Harwick," Eleanor replied calmly, "I need access to Catherine's personal correspondence, financial records, and her circle of friends. There's always more to the story than what appears on the surface." After a brief pause, Victor agreed. "You'll have it. Just find my daughter." The next morning, Eleanor began her investigation at Catherine's lavish apartment. The building's concierge, a wiry man named Arnold, described Catherine as pleasant but private. She had last been seen leaving her penthouse late in the evening, dressed in an elegant black dress, her golden hair cascading like a waterfall. Security footage confirmed her departure but offered no further clues. Back at her office, Eleanor pored over Catherine's text messages and emails. One recurring name stood out: Dr. Julian Wakefield, a renowned psychiatrist. Intrigued, Eleanor arranged a visit to his clinic. Dr. Wakefield was a composed man in his 40s, with a neatly trimmed beard and a voice that dripped with charm. "Catherine was a troubled soul," he confessed. "She came to me seeking clarity. There was a deep sense of dissatisfaction in her life, despite all her privileges." Eleanor's probing questions revealed little else, but her instincts told her there was more to uncover. As she left the clinic, she noticed a young woman in the waiting room, clutching a notebook with Catherine's initials. The woman hurriedly exited as Eleanor approached, fueling the detective's suspicions. Eleanor tailed the young woman to a rundown cafe on the edge of the city. Inside, the woman joined a small group, engaged in hushed conversation. Eleanor, blending into the background, caught snippets of their dialogue, mentions of rebirth and leaving the old self behind. It sounded cult-like, and Eleanor's gut told her this was significant. After the meeting ended, Eleanor confronted the young woman outside. "I'm Detective Marlowe," she said, flashing her badge. "You knew Catherine Harwick. What's going on here?" The woman, initially startled, confessed. "My name's Emily. Catherine joined our group a few weeks ago. She said she wanted to escape her life, to find something real." Emily hesitated before adding, "But something felt off. She stopped coming 2 days ago, and no one's heard from her." Armed with this information, Eleanor dug deeper into the group and discovered it was led by a charismatic man named Ezra Vance. He had a history of preying on vulnerable people, drawing them in with promises of enlightenment before exploiting them for financial gain. Posing as an interested recruit, Eleanor infiltrated one of Ezra's gatherings held at a secluded mansion. Inside, she found Catherine's bracelet lying on a table. The air buzzed with tension as Ezra spoke about shedding earthly ties. When Eleanor pressed him about Catherine, his demeanor shifted from inviting to defensive. Eleanor's cover was blown when one of Ezra's followers recognized her from the cafe. Chaos erupted. Thinking quickly, Eleanor activated the recording device hidden in her jacket and bluffed, claiming reinforcements were on their way. Ezra panicked, ordering his followers to scatter. But Eleanor's bluff bought just enough time for the real authorities, whom she had secretly contacted beforehand, to arrive. Catherine was found in a locked room upstairs, shaken but alive. She explained that she had been trying to leave the group, but was forcibly confined when Ezra grew paranoid about her intentions. With Ezra and his accomplices in custody, Catherine reunited with her grateful father. As the Harwicks embraced, Eleanor quietly slipped away, her job complete. Later that evening, as she sat in her office sipping a well-earned glass of whiskey, Eleanor reflected on the case. The truth, as always, had been hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with the courage to seek it out. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more information.